Well, hello. This is probably my fourth recording. So, unfortunately, I started this video the first time. Oh my god! True fear! Ah! Demo! Ah! And then my second one, oh my god, true fear! I'm so excited! And the third one with, hey guys, we're gonna be playing True Fear. And then this one I'm starting with, well. Yes, so this is my fourth recording because I've had nothing but trouble with this recording. Don't know why. This game has given me so much trouble. First, no audio. Second, some audio. Third, bad audio. I was like, okay, so the second one, half of the game recorded up until Act 2, and it sounds okay. So I'm going to keep that. I'll just do a third recording, speed through Act 1, and continue recording Act 3. Everything looked good when I was recording. Nothing bad showed up on screen or on my audio mixer, and then all of a sudden when I hit play to edit, all the audio was maxed out, so every time I spoke it had this awful crackling sound that if I'm able to take like a snippet of the sound, I'll put it here. Apparently Soda can also remove rest. Anyway, here I am for a fourth time, and I'm not giving up because I really truly love the True Fear story. Part 3, I know it's a demo, but it's still super important to me. I've been waiting forever for this game, and didn't even know they were going to launch a demo at this point. I didn't even know if they're going to launch anything at this point, because the developers remain quite silent for a long time. So around last month they started posting on Facebook, and it was like a wow moment for a lot of people. They put up screenshots and a lot of content and a lot of things that sounded amazing. They said the demo would be available by Halloween. It wasn't. So it's been a lot of ups and downs with the game, but anyone that really loved the game, part 1 and part 2, or loves the story or everything, really, it's kind of like a horror movie or horror story in an HOG fashion, or hog, like some people like to call it, but I just think like a pig every time I say hog. Anyone that really liked this game, and this game did make an impression on me, is gonna be there. If you go to their Facebook page, I would say 98% of the people there were all supporting. Very few people are like, you suck. Here we are. I don't care if it's my fourth time. I will likely still get scared. My reactions will likely be true because being an actress or pretending has never been my strong suit. Not a good liar. It's very obvious in my voice. And if you could see my face. So my reactions will be true. I am a scaredy cat, so I may be scared for the same thing over and over and over. I may point out things that you would normally point out as a first time, but I'll point them out because they're obvious. I will just try not to spoil it. Well, let's put it that way. I will try not to spoil it with a semi maybe real reaction or not. In some parts that could be spoiled. So I'll try my best. And even though it's not the initial reaction, I still hope you enjoy this as much as I have all 4 times, well, about to be 4 times, of playing this game. So let's start the game.
She's not going to hurt you. She didn't hurt anyone. She just shows things. She's gonna show them to you now.
What a nightmare.
Let's get going. Hopefully this works. I'm excited that this may work. Alright, so it says, would you like interactive help? Otherwise, you will only be shown basic recommendations. I'm gonna go on this and say yes, so that we can get quote-unquote full demo experience. Let's move the cursor around to interact with the world. The cursor changes depending on the type of action. Let me click to continue. So you can interact with objects in the world. Turn the lamp on by flipping the switch. And it changes to a hand. I was going to say a glove, but I do see a sleeve. Turn on the lamp by flipping the switch. Flipping the switch. Open the drawer and look for items in it that can help. Point, point, point. You found the lighter. Pick it up. So use the lighter to light up the room. But keep in mind that the lighter does not always work the first time. So let's try this stipple lighter. Stipple lighter. It's branded, no? See, the first time it didn't work. I was not prepared for that. Ooh, ooh. That lighter is powerful. So the magnifying icon indicates when you can zoom in for a closer look. Zoom at the painting now. Point, point, point. Oh my god! I've always liked Art Deco. It would probably work even better as a mural. This is a nod to the second game, where it is a mural, and the puzzle is about lights. You have to make all the lights reflect the lights, so that they all bounce off each other until they hit, I think, the middle. So we pick up the gear, and that's it for this part. I don't know how great the sound is on the recording, but the background sounds pretty good because you can hear the wind, you can hear some of the rain, you can hear the thunder, the rumble, the incessant knocking. The sound design was pretty great on this game. Like I can understand the time and dedication that they took making this game. I completely understand. Especially when it started as a very, very small group. I think it was either 2 or 3 people when it all started, and now they actually have a more complete team. As the main developer has communicated before, they've had to go on and off on the game to be able to do side projects, and even side projects in popular games that have come out, so that they can go back and work on this and have the resources to work on this. So you can really tell, if you've played the other games, the big difference in visuals and audio, interactions, even the writing. You can really tell there's a difference for the better. For example, I know I'm rambling again, but the initial cinematic scene, it is a recap. Yes, it takes images from the first 2 games, or cinematics from the first 2 games, but they look completely remastered. They look 10 times better. There are scenes that look even scarier, so they might have added things to enhance that scene. I'm in awe of the work, and I know I'm slightly biased because I love this story. I love everything about it and everything about the game. Credit where credit is due, and I think they deserve the credit for this. I will stop rambling now. So next, I don't remember what I have to do, so oh, okay. Go to the shinies when you don't know. So, grandparents, I miss them. I don't think we had seen pictures of them before, so it's glad to put faces if we hadn't. Or at least, realistic. I got this casket at a yard sale. To me, a casket is, for funerals, but this just looks like a box. So I don't know if it's meant to be like an urn or a round coffin. I don't know. Never heard the word casket without meaning coffin, I guess. And I'm still missing a cog or a gear. It was on top of the book. Alright, let's put the gears here. And close this up. I'm gonna say this is also a puzzle in the second game. Now that I look at it, I'm not entirely sure, but there is a puzzle like this. I don't remember if there's a moon in the middle, but there is a puzzle like this in the asylum. I think it's the middle building, kind of like where the offices for the Vic Supremes are. And there is a star puzzle, but I'm not sure it was quite like this. So let's see, what else are we missing? I can read during the day. I should answer the door and then go back to sleep. No need to open the stores. No need to open the stores. I'll go back. I'm gonna read that again. No need to open the stores. I'll go back to bed right away. I don't know what that means. Unless she's selling something here. I don't know what it means by stores. It could be a mistranslation. I have no idea what they mean by that though. Okay, so we have that. And I'm gonna look at the squigglies. So I don't have to do this later. We can do it by pace. So let's read the first journal entry for Journey. What a horrible nightmare. So real. It felt like I'd been waiting years to wake up. Glad I did. There was an abandoned asylum, that terrifying monster following me, and Heather. I haven't heard from her in so many years. And those monitors, I can't get them out of my head. It's like they're still around me, the sound of snow and those TVs echoing. I think I'll need a glass of warm milk before I can sleep again. Alright, so there's no clues. And for case files, we have nothing. So let's go and open the box slash casket slash coffin because I forgot. So let's press this little button and get the key. And now we can go to the door where normally, even in these games, you could click on that and peep, but I can't see anything outside. So we gotta open the door. So let's put the key. Open the handle. Wish for the best. Alright. My favorite sweater. She wears this in the first 2 games? I believe so, yeah. And then she can't see anything. Still no lights. It looks like the whole block is out of power. I should probably invest in a flashlight, but for now, a candle will do. So let's use our trusty lighter. I honestly was expecting something here, even though I played it already. Another nod to the second game. A melancholic landscape. I like. Nothing else. To me, this looks like the starting scene from the second game, where your car is right over here, just past that mound of snow, and you crashed it there. So you start there, there's like a bag in this left corner. Tutorial make you do stuff with the bag. If you don't need the tutorial, you can just go past it and start playing. But it does look like that view from top of the mountain where you can see the asylum in the back, your car, and just snow everywhere. Get the keychain. I think that's supposed to be carabiner. I've never seen the word carbine, but it could be a me thing. And I don't know if this has any significance or Easter egg to anything. If it does, I do not remember. So now let's go to the door. And wait, I didn't remember the chain being broken. I didn't either, but yeah, I think you're dreaming. So we fix the chain and get ready for possible stress. Alright, let's go. Good, the lights are back. Magically. Now that we're back here, the first thing I noticed was, air quotes, Annabelle. There she is in the little couch. I don't like this doll. This doll looks like and reminds me of the scary doll Annabelle. So I call her Annabelle. That's not her name in the story, but it is in my heart. She looks pretty decent, right? Why would she ever call her Annabelle, people might say? Well, that's Annabelle. She did not look good. And she, I believe, was scarier in the second game. She looks a little cleaner in this one, but she's still very, very scary in my point of view. But she gives you hints. I normally don't use them, but no. I prefer she stays there. If you play on advanced, she is disabled, and that is fabulous. I'm okay with that. But for, you know, for video reasons, I like not playing in advance on the first try, though it is my fourth. So we picked up the jar of honey that for some reason she was hiding. Maybe she wanted some honey. I don't need any clothes. I am going straight to bed after I have some milk. So in the mirror where you can only see the stairs, says, I don't really care how I look right now. I just want to go back to bed. And let's get to the kitchen. And like any normal person, we leave the kitchen window open because obviously, who wouldn't? Nothing looks out of place. Nothing looks eerie. So we need milk. So let's open the fridge. Perfect horror film shot. I still don't like this job. Still held my breath. Still 4 times. Still held my breath. I hate that shot. It's so traditional of like a slasher film or ghost film. But I like it. It's a good shot, not gonna lie. Let's forget about that. Let's go over here. Nice. Someone was very nice and polite and closed the door for me. How wonderful. Who might have that been? Very, very polite ghost somewhere. I don't even know why I like this game so much because this is like it has jump scares and stuff. Not a lot, but it does. It's just scary. I like scary stories, but it's still scary. What was that? I must be really tired. Yeah, I feel you. I didn't know that happened when I clicked anywhere. I thought it only happened when I clicked out the window. But no. The storm seems to be almost over. And close the window. Stubborn little Holly. I always forget to wash it after coffee. I'll clean it up in the morning. As you wish, lady, as you wish. Souvenirs from places I've been to. The microwave is our next spot. No cereals for me now. Just milk. That microwave looks too clean. Very, very sus. Very sus. I should get my mug. I tried. Okay. That, you should toss that. I'll scrub the remaining honey later. Waste none. Very good. Recycle. I'm sure that I bought a fresh jar of honey. Where did I put it? Behind the creepy doll. Don't know why. You weirdo and you creepy doll. We have opened the honey. Let's go and get the mug. That's strange. I didn't remember it being broken. It's boiling hot. I'd burn myself. So this part took me a few minutes to realize that it was so obvious that I should have used the keychain to open the faucet. It's so obvious. I do that every day. But yeah, it worked. I got the mug. You know, let's do the weird cup of milk that I don't know if works or not. But she says it does, so I will trust her. Okay, and then okay, now oh god. Oh my god, the sound. I just noticed she kind of sort of looks at the camera. It's like a side eye to the camera, and it made me feel so bad because it's like, really, you're scared. I felt attacked. And now I just feel attacked again. I don't know how this works, that even if you know, you still get affected. Like, I know. I've seen this. I know it's gonna happen, but my brain goes, no, this is so scary. And I still hold my breath and close my eyes really tight, and then kind of open them slightly to see where it's at. I get the weird of ghostly indigestion and the side eye from Holly for being scared. Great. Great start. Already being judged. Let's pick up the very hot milk. The smoking milk. And it looked empty, but I know it's white. Sound. Sound is everything. Oh my god. Sound is everything, man. Sound is everything. Okay, yeah. Let's use our handy dandy defibrillator. I don't take it. Was her mouth open? So this one didn't affect me as much. The first time I really thought that third time you try to light the lighter, she would be up in my face, all up in my business. But I like what they did there 3 times, where you think it's gonna happen at that moment and then nothing happens, but a few moments later it does. Right, like the fridge. Both fridge scenes you expect for her open the fridge, covering basically her whole background, and close the fridge and have in game she's called she or her, all in caps, to be there and, you know, spook you. Same when she sits down and she's resting back and takes a sip and then goes back to the front. You expect in that scene as well, or in that take, for the end, I'm gonna call it the entity because I can't put cap locks on my words. So you expect the entity to be behind her, or show up with those movements, and it doesn't happen. But obviously the other take they do is when she drinks from the mug and covers the whole screen, basically, that something's going to be there. And yes, something was there. So I like the balance of the teasing. So haha, we believed it, haha, you got scared. But no, this time it's for real. So I like that balance. I thought it was clever. A clever use of cinematography too. Okay, so first off, I'm gonna start with squigglies. She added, "What's going on? Am I still dreaming, or is this real? In my house was the dream. Please, 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 I want to wake up." And then we see the monitors again that I believe she was referring in this area with, and those monitors, I can't get them out of my head. So I think that's what she was referring to. Seeing clues, we don't have anything, and in case files, we don't have anything. Let's keep going. Let's go around the room. So many monitors. What was going on here? This monitor is on, but it just shows white noise. Back when TVs did that. And then I broke one of the broken monitors with a bunch of pictures scattered, or pieces scattered. So let's pick them up and, you know, be clean people. And those were all the pieces, because now it doesn't have a number at the bottom. Nothing here, nothing here. The door is barricaded from inside, but there are no other exits. How did I get here? Did I barricade the door? Why? And then medicine cabinet, first aid kit, and we got, give me a no, give me an H, give me some tape. I think that's it. I don't think that I need anything else in here. I totally could use that for something later, but it's your business. Ooh. Ooh. Give me an A. Clicks. I've seen this chair. I've been here. Yes, you have. Oh, no, not yet. 3 or 4. 3 out of 4. Hey, let's see what else. Is this the Dark Falls Asylum? But I was home. It was all a bad dream. It's the same thing. Alright, now we push that and push that and push that. Give me a W and W. Now we have the 4 letters. And papyrus scraps. Assemble the photo, which I have issues with. So let's assemble this photo. Oh, that's already there. I wish it would have been. Well, it's a demo. A little harder to solve. So in this photo, I'm guessing grandpapas and grandmamas, Holly and Heather, and then Dahlia. Fun fact, Holly and Heather didn't know about Dahlia's existence. So this picture is very sus because they didn't know about each other. So why is this picture? Why does this picture exist? I'm gonna put it that way. I think the picture we have of mom, she's not dark haired. So maybe? I hadn't even thought of this. Alternate reality? I don't know. But this is in front of the school, which I believe says high school, but they do not look like high schoolers at all. So it won't hold. I need some tape. Thankfully, I have some packing tape that was inside the first aid kit. Sure. This is an emergency, I suppose. Who are you? Alright, new entry. Oh, this is the clues. New entry and clues. So it says, Heather loved this photo. What? Okay. Initial reaction, and still didn't make sense. I think that it was the only photo of all of us. What is doing here? First of all, if you played the games, you know there is actually a picture of all of them, but it is not this one. And given that Heather did not meet Dahlia as a kid, this picture it can't be real. It just can't be real. Please explain. So it's like, Heather loved this photo. WTF. What do you mean? Who is implanting these memories in you? We are in a weird setting. So, let's see. Case files. It's still empty. Let's go back. And I think that we have to do this part. Let's put letters here. It says arrange the letters in the correct order. Now, this is a puzzle, and I tend not to remember exactly how a puzzle is solved. I can tell you, I have to put who are you in there. I just have to figure out how, because if I do H-O, who are you, it's all garbled up. So I have to figure out how to type it in so it actually spells it correctly. Now that's going to take me some time, and I'm not going to put you through all of that. So I like doing magic since I was a child. I thought I could be a magician when I grew up, but I also grew out of that thinking very quickly. But I'm going to do some magic, and I'm going to say 1, 2, 3 presto, and the puzzle is going to be solved. So let's do that. So 1, 2, 3 presto. Beautiful. I knew my dad taught me some. Is this a chair?
Gonna show them to you now. A rich man came to the town of Dark Falls. But the riches were not the only thing he carried. The man had a secret.
we're back. I saw squigglies. I don't know if you did, but I did. Okay. So let's start here. A rich man. No, I'm not gonna do that. A rich man came to the town of Dark Falls, but the riches were not the only thing he carried. The man had a secret. Dun, dun, dun. It's hard to believe it was only yesterday that I got Heather's letter. So much has happened since, it feels like years. Poor Heather. I still can't accept she died alone in that basement. I've discovered that Charles Ladius led a cult in Dark Falls, conducting a ritual tied to our birth. It didn't go as planned when our mother had triplets. Something about a soul split in three. They later kidnapped Dahlia and locked her in Dark Falls Asylum, where Christopher Smith attempted to correct the issue by torturing victims in her presence. Dahlia reportedly died in a fire, but sightings of her continued, leading to a massacre that made national news. Yet, her final whereabouts remained unknown. I also found out our school principal, Olivia Harper, was involved. Now, I'm heading to investigate what's left of the school. Now, in the drawing she has on the right side, these are, I believe, the doctor or doctors involved, and that would be Christopher. I don't remember if it's Ladius or if it was Christopher and some other doctor. That has to be Olivia Harper on the right side. These are the three, which were three victims or patients they found randomly and unfortunately did very bad experiments on. This might be her sister death at the basement, and this is the entity, also called she in caps or her in caps. Nothing here. And then in close we have nothing new, and in case files we have tons. So let's start with the top ones. Dark Falls. So on the right we have what looks like a ritual or something ancient. We have a picture of Dahlia being forced to watch experiments on this person. I'm unsure of who these silhouettes are. This is the doctor picture from the second game, and then Dark Falls Asylum. She writes, growing up we heard stories about Dark Falls Asylum, but I dismissed them. Remote psychiatric asylums are supposed to scare kids, right? Dahlia was kept here under Christopher Smith's supervision. Charles kidnapped 3 random victims, and Christopher conducted sadistic tests on them, forcing Dahlia to observe, seemingly trying to strip away her humanity. But it all went wrong. A fire killed Dahlia, and then she came back, leaving many dead in her wake. Though abandoned since the massacre, the asylum still feels alive, and not in a good way. So that's the Dark Asylum case file. I believe this is her, capital letters. She is not human. It took me a while to write this down, as if I'm still struggling to accept that such things exist. But she is real. When I first saw her at Heather's house, it felt familiar, as if I'd seen her before but chose to forget. Is she really our sister Dahlia, transformed by experiments? Or is she something that first haunted Dahlia, then Heather, and now pursues me? She's never attacked me, which makes me wonder if she actually wants me to reach my destination. That thought might be the scariest part of all. And on the right, we have pictures of her. So in the second game, Holly sees her in the back of her car. I think this is maybe from the trailer from the beginning cinematic, where you see a ghost in the camera or something like that. I think this is supposed to be Dahlia with Creepy Doll. And I don't remember where this scene would be, but again, it would be her in Creepy Forest. I think this is from the cover art of either part 1 or part 2. Mother. Elizabeth Stonehouse. Our mother. Mom. She often seemed lost and distant, but I now realize it was her fault. She was under immense stress, with us and the cult watching her every move. I can't imagine how lonely she felt or the pressure to give up Dahlia and lie to us. She died in 2004 when we were still young, but we never believed it was bad. Her tapes confirm she felt threatened. So this is the picture I was talking about earlier, where it is the only picture that exists with the 3 babies. And I don't know. I need more information about this one. They never talk about her smoking with papers and tapes. I don't know. She did record some tapes, but this looks too chill. Charles Ladius was the richest man in town. I don't remember how he met her mother, but he and his circle quickly took an interest in her, even helping us buy our house. In the tapes our mother left before her death, she mentioned Charles' distress upon learning she was expecting triplets. He spoke of a ritual gone wrong and a soul split in 3. If there was a cult in Dark Falls, he was clearly its leader. They kidnapped Dahlia, erased all traces of her existence, and placed her in Dark Falls Asylum. And this is kind of like the Dark Falls Asylum cast. I think this is the main doctor, this is Ladius, and this, I think it's the one that killed everybody. Not sure about the 2 in the back. Okay. Christopher Smith was appointed by Charles Ladius to run Dark Falls Asylum. He seemed skeptical of Charles' belief, but was eager to use the resources for his own experiment. I don't believe he ever harmed Dahlia like Charles. He seemed to fear her. Instead, his role was to influence Dahlia indirectly by causing harm in her presence. While his ego overshadowed any true empathy for his patient, he did seem to increasingly question Charles after the 3 were brought in. And then we have pictures of Christopher in the pamphlet, Christopher in his office, and one that I don't fully understand because I don't remember this being on the 2nd game, but I don't remember like the scratching of the face and the Holly thing. I may just not be remembering it. And then we have the last one, semi-new character for this game, Olivia Harper. Olivia Harper was her school principal and taught us math and chemistry. Strict and often cold, there was always something more sinister about her. At the asylum, I discovered she was also involved in Charles' cult and might have been even closer to him than Christopher, which he resented. Was her task to monitor me and Heather at school? Likely. Alright, those are our case files for now. So let's go back here. I'm not clicking on Annabelle. A crevice opened up ahead. Was there an earthquake? There's a ladder. And sticky sticks, a toothbrush, a metal comb, hair comb, another sticky stick, another sticky stick, another sticky stick, and there's one hiding over here. And then a pepper. Clues. Another one of those home hacks. And again, about soda drinks. They must have been running short on the ideas. Apparently, soda can also remove rust. It says that the process will require rubbing it off with something. And then the paper says, you thought that we've run out of ideas for alternate use for your carbonated drinks? Well, we didn't. Here's another one for you. And yes, we'll be removing rust once again because we're so original. In part 2, possibly in part 1 too. The one I remember is part 2. You have to either find a coin or make the machine believe that the coin to dispense a soda and then use the soda to remove rust. If I were to use this as a slingshot, I need to find a rubber band and some ammo. Either this used to be a slingshot or this branch was born to be one. Or both. Why not both? Evacuation posters everywhere. An emergency evacuation poster. I can't pull the nails out with my bare hands. But Little Mermaid told me you can use hair combs for everything. Little Mermaid was right. Everything. We got coin, we got pebbles, we got glass, and a creepy collectible. Rust again. I'll need to improvise something to clean it off. Okay, now we have a coin. Let's go to the vending machine. How long have these drinks been sitting here? It's a very loud sounding machine. Okay. Journey. An article from the Dark Falls Tribune after the earthquake. The journalist seems to be drawing a connection between the event and Charles Ladius. How can a massacre, an earthquake, and Charles all be connected? Is this really all her doing? Was it a part of Charles' plan from the start? Or did it somehow bring an end to it? And then the newspaper says, as the town burns, Mr. Ladius is nowhere to be found. Days before what is now known as the quake, Charles Ladius promised to unveil the result of his life's work, planning a grand ceremony at the old church recently restored for this occasion. However, when the earth began to shake and streets opened, swallowing entire blocks, Ladius was missing. Reports indicate he departed hours before the first tremors, ostensibly to attend a gala at Dark Falls Asylum, coincidentally the site of an infamous massacre that same night. While it seems implausible that the events are mere coincidence, blah 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 connection, blah 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 mystery. And that's all I got. Let's grab this soda. Or the rust cleaner. And now we use a toothbrush. And now we have a paperweight. Or, as Little Mermaid would say, a hammer. Oh, right. Nails first. Hammer. Leather. Is there anything? It doesn't look like I can open the gate. Maybe I can get over it. Let's get over it. So, high school. Favorite place for a lot of people. Okay, so let's go to balloons. There's a thingamajig, pattern plates, and I guess the easiest way to get them down would be to pop the balloons. And we have a googles. I don't know if I need the googles, but the band seems to still be elastic enough. From experience, I'd say that a screwdriver should be available nearby. I could cut the cover off, but I need a screwdriver. So the goggles get ripped open. Cut, cut. That's a long animation. And then we go back. And we go get Bert Simpson's slingshot. With some pebbles. And we got a weapon. Against the worst of evils. Balloons. Donk. It's in. Open. We have les scissors. And now we can cut more stuff. No. Here. Alright. The vines look flimsy enough to cut through. Well, I was surprised I didn't use the glass. Alright, now we have a hole. Again, amazing sound design. I really hope the sound comes through well. I should turn the power off before getting into the water. I remember those rooms. It's unsettling to see the place like this. Once the power is off, the water is safe. Oh, forgot that. So we got a lever in this little rabbit hole. And we got the lever and we put it over here. Clicks. The water is now safe. So we can grab a little screwdriver. A little plate thing. Is that it? I thought there was something else, but could be wrong. Right, and let's return. Let's go here and use our screwdriver. And now we have the 3 plates. So we can use the 3 plates on the door. And we have our first puzzle. And the last one. Oh yeah. See, Annabelle, I didn't need your hint. I think her design, it got a lot better. Like, she looks a little bit creepier, but also polished. She looks more polished. Hi, Sir Scaries. Or skeleton. Not skeleton, you're not that great. It looks like one of the security guards. Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like there should be something in his pocket. I'm like, click, click, click. I mean, there's nothing in his pocket. Or, you know, his eye sockets or something. Oh my god. Wherever they were, they died a long time ago. Why didn't anyone recover the body? We got a Red Cross emblem. A broken pencil. And a book that is destined to be a puzzle. A book locked with an emblem. Love those. Because she likes puzzles. And then I'm scared the crow. I don't like crows lightly. I can't scare the crow? I thought I could scare the crow. I can't scare the crow. Bye. Someone had a drink here. I can almost make out the fingerprints. You just need a little brush and tape, and you can probably collect fingerprints for something at a later puzzle or something like that. Weird book. Books. 1 out of 5. A ruler to open something, not to trace something. A door. The zipper is stuck. I probably can move it if I grease it with something. I did say this was to open something. And now we have a key. So let's use the key for the key thing. And enjoy.
I'm sorry, Holly. But we can finally be all together now.
Thank you for playing demo version. The full version will be released soon. Please don't let me down. That looks great. Like that cinematic at the end of like the preview of what will happen in the full ending, because part 3 will be the ending. Looks amazing. We find Holly in places from the first game and the second game, and new places. We see kids, so could be them younger, or it could be new kids from this school. Carousel? I don't know if carousels... I mean, a carousel at a school sounds weird, but in this universe, let's see what else. It just looked great. And I think that the things they showed, it wasn't spoilerific enough. So it's still like, oh my god, what is gonna happen? What's happening? One of the things is, like she mentioned in the book, like in her journal, it looks like she's letting her get to the destination, but that's the scariest thing of all. And this might have shown us why is that scary. So she might want them all to die. She already did that with Heather. So now it's Holly. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. One of the things that I mentioned earlier, I've been contemplating like the events on this. Like, oh, this is like a dream. It just doesn't seem correct. Like the picture or the notes. This is Heather's favorite picture. That doesn't quite fit. How did you jump from one place to the other? Are you really sleeping? Are you really imagining this? And then I saw this cinematic for the millionth time, but every time I see it, I notice something new. This time I noticed that the end of the cinematic, just right before the game starts, or the demo starts, we see her, or Dahlia, because we still don't know if there is a difference between the two, even though in the second game she does say, I'm not your sister. But I digress. At the end of the cinematic, we see her very close to the screen, but then we get to see Holly strapped to the chair, eyes open, and then the monitor starts up. and it says Prologue. So my thinking is kind of like the same they did with the torture therapy that Dahlia slash her slash entity is using these torture therapy monitors to put Holly through this, maybe conditioning her for something. I noticed that and my brain just clicked. It was like, oh, that makes so much sense. But that's enough. Since True Fear does have a Steam demo page, I will post a full demo review there. And the video will be up on YouTube shortly. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Check out part 1, check out part 2. It is amazing. It's mostly a point and click, but it plays like an HOG. Hope you enjoyed for like the millionth time. Remember to like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and my curator page. Thank you for watching and take care. Bye!